When I post this video, I'll be in England for a family wedding, and I'm feeling a little bit inspired. So I'm thinking that today I want to try to build a fish and chips restaurant in The Sims. Here's the thing though, I'm married to a British person, so I've been to England many times in my life, but I don't eat fish. So I've never actually been to a fish and chips place. I've never had fish and chips. I've seen it. I've seen plenty of it, but I am lacking a little bit of personal experience. Hopefully we can make up for that somehow, because I feel like this has potential to actually be pretty cool. I'm gonna build it across the street from the pub in Hemford-on-Bagley. I feel like this part of town makes sense for it. And my dream would be for it to actually be kind of in this area, but it can't. So instead, we're gonna try to recreate that sort of area. This is my reference photo, and I'm gonna try and build something like this where it looks like 3 separate buildings that are all attached, but then on the inside it'll actually just be one big restaurant, or one kind of small restaurant probably. But kind of what I mean by that is, like, imagine if from the exterior this looked like 3 separate buildings, but on the inside we just deleted those interior walls and it was all one. It's fake, it's all pretend, it's like an illusion. Although now I'm kind of scared that this lot is too big for it, because I want it to be really small in there. I feel like it needs to be small for it to feel good. Maybe we could try it on this. This one's 20 by 15. It might actually make more sense for it to be 20 by 15, because I really want to fill in like all the empty room, basically. Okay, I also sort of had this vision of building my own sort of building my own sort of pavement, because I want it to look like a high street. Like, that's the vibe, but maybe this is a bad space to do it. No, I know where to put it. Sorry, this is a process. We're figuring it all out together. Brightchester, we put it here on Honeydew Fields. This one is more like in town, and it also has a sidewalk in front of it already. Pavement, sorry. This is my big British day. I gotta make sure I'm saying the right thing. Dan's gonna edit this video and just be so annoyed at me. Like, I'm gonna be so annoying in this. Okay, well, let's start figuring this out then. So I want it to be kind of short too. I'm gonna get the Cozy Bistro kit out first. What color do you think? I actually feel like maybe this kind of thing, because that has like the dark blue. That could be kind of nautical. I also like the idea of a red, but it's not a very bright red. It's also kind of a little bit fancier than I want it to be, but I guess we could tone it down with things like awnings, just a little bit. Okay, this building's gonna be 2-story, this little part. I know that there is kind of a fishy looking sign. This is from Cats and Dogs. Really tempted to use it. I know it's a shrimp, not a fish, but really tempted. The other option is maybe this one. Would I want to put that on a sign? Like, would I want to try and put it there? I kind of feel like it needs custom placed. But, well, maybe that one can just be big and on the wall and flat, and then the other businesses could have this kind of sign. Maybe this one could come out a little bit off the front, and it could be a little bit of a different shape. Do you think that the entrance should be right in the middle? Like, should we put the fish place in the center of it all? Oh, I want to have one that's only 3 wide. I think that's kind of fun. And maybe this one on the corner can be kind of like a corner shape. All right, listen, it's pretty weird. It's a pretty weird layout. I might not even end up using the upstairs. I know that sounds kind of bad, but I really want the place to be small. All right, let's just try and think about the roof real quick. So we kind of want them all to have their own unique separate sort of roof. Some of them will be flat, some of them will have like an actual roof detail. Oh, you know what might be helpful? I wonder if we could have this part be shorter. Yeah, okay, because I actually think that some variety in like the size of these could be good. Oh my god, that won't work right, will it? Can you be, okay, yeah, something like that. I'm gonna put a platform in this. I know it looks pretty weird, but just hear me out, okay? I promise it's gonna work. Because I don't want it to be like completely on the ground floor, but I think we could do something like that with it, sort of. And then it's smaller, and we want it smaller, so that's good. Maybe we get rid of this part and flatten it, because instead we could have like just a little bit of roof there. This makes me think that I shouldn't have had this part be flat. I almost feel like none of them should be flat. I was gonna say if I made it like flat but tall enough, maybe it's fine. I think what I'm struggling with right now is that maybe I should have done the whole thing with the same kind of roof. Well, I don't know. Let's just start thinking about wall colors and stuff, because maybe once we have some more of that, it'll come together a little bit better. I think I want this whole middle part to be like red, deep red. We do also have this, which is kind of fun because it's like the menu, so we can use that inside. Oh, that's kind of like the same wood color. So that's probably all right. Oh my god, now that I'm trying to put windows in, I'm like, ooh, maybe it's too small. Maybe I should have made it bigger. Okay, I'm deleting the wall in this whole front part because I want to be able to move the frog thing. Crab, it's a crab. Why did I say frog? I want it to sit in front of the windows. It's only a decal, but do you think it looks like it could be a big sign if we did it like that? And maybe we could do smaller windows too. Whoa, oh my gosh. I'm gonna use this window on this front part. That actually looks so cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out these windows. I think maybe I'll try it with the white and the brown, like this. I think I like the look of that. Okay, this next thing that I want to use is businesses and hobbies, but it's medium wall height only. I don't really care though, because I want to try and have this skinny door. I also think that some of the stuff from university could work really well, like this little door. I wonder if any of the windows from university... Oh, wait, look at this window. Doesn't that kind of match this better? It almost looks like it has gold. Oh no, 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 no. I really want this, but I don't want it to go around the outside. Maybe I should have left this flat then. In hindsight, I think maybe yes. It's probably better to be flat. This part doesn't have to be, but the other ones can be. Okay, I'm kind of rearranging the windows just a little bit because I want to have the flower boxes underneath them. And I also really want to have some kind of awning. I do like how that awning has a label because then it looks like there's a sign. Because again, we're pretending that these are all separate buildings. I'm missing a wall still, sorry. I was like, why is the lighting broken? I never finished replacing the walls, that's why. Ooh, oh, I love that awning. That's cool. I really like how it looks on the diagonal like that. Okay, I think that this side could really benefit from a brick and then maybe just like some kind of stucco. It can be like a simple one and it can even be this horrible color, or we could make it lighter because I want to have more white. I don't want everything to be all dark everywhere. We could probably paint this one with this lighter brick color. I might actually use the life and death stuff. I think I prefer this one. And then maybe on this side, oh, well now I'm thinking maybe I should have used this. This is like the life and death stucco, but look at that. It's got some nice texture to it. Then it looks a little bit older and like less plain. Okay, nothing is gonna come in the shade of blue that I want it to, like nothing. So we settle for like probably a black color, at least on that part of the roof. I might use the same one over here, unless we wanted to pick like a funky color. I don't know if that's really very realistic though. Like it would probably be some kind of tile if we're being honest with ourselves. Ooh, I like how that column looks right there. I actually think that university has, yeah, they do have the same color. So we could use this out here. Oh man, I mean, maybe it shouldn't be a fancy shape like that. Maybe it's better if we make it flat. We could use the really big window if we did that. And I do actually kind of like how that looks. So maybe I should. Okay, here's what I'm thinking for the whole exterior so far. I think we probably want to get flooring around it. I'm not really sure what color. My main priority is mostly just for it to match. Like I want it to look like this, which we don't have the exact right color for, but we can get close enough. I'm also gonna switch to a restaurant lot type because I haven't done that yet. Okay, I'm just placing a few windows around the back. Oh, this could be kind of a fun place for us to have a patio. Like maybe people back here could request to sit outside. Well, one thing that we don't have is a column to put back here because the front didn't need one. Maybe we do these businesses and hobbies columns in the corners of the front. Do you think I could fit the businesses and hobbies? Oh, it deletes my column though. Yeah, no, I shouldn't do that. I could drag the roof down maybe? Yeah, I like how it makes the walls look shorter. I feel like I'm on this constant mission to make my walls look small with this build. Okay, well now that we have most of the exterior, we can start thinking about the interior layout. Initial thought is that there could be a bathroom right here. Would love to have toilet stalls, understand that they probably won't fit. Oh no, they actually do. Okay, so we could do bathroom right here. There could be a couple sinks in there. I think maybe this part could be the kitchen and we'll make it really big on purpose. I think I might put some kind of counter because in real life, you'd probably order at the counter in a place like this. But in The Sims, like that's just not gonna happen. That's not really a thing that you can do. Let's get a couple of the necessities, like the host station. We can do the waiter station. Oh, it would be so nice though, because imagine, like, wouldn't it be so cool if this were behind the counter where you were ordering? I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe I could extend this. I mean, it could be rearranged this way. Let me put that outside. Just leave the stall in the front yard so we can think about it. Oh, well, hold on, because maybe we could put that like right there. We could have little dine out doors through here. Maybe the waiter stations could be inside of this room. Yeah, I'll admit that I am really struggling with what kind of counter to use. Maybe it doesn't go around the corner and it's just in the front. Oh, this can't be sized down because look, it has weird shadows. Oh my goodness. As soon as I start liking this game again, every single time. Okay, well, we have to figure out a new place to put the bathroom then. And maybe it doesn't have toilet stalls like we talked about. Maybe it can just be one small bathroom and we can put it over there. I'm wondering about hanging up some of these little club pennants underneath it because this is kind of giving like football fan or something. What else has fish on it? Oh my gosh. Wait. No, I like the crab too much. But what I will do is use this thing inside somewhere. I want that behind the counter. I want to use this as like the entire inspiration behind a wall. Maybe the bathroom can get arranged that way instead. I mean, it could maybe even be 2 bathrooms if we split it up like that. I would love if we could put this thing inside of a counter, but it doesn't work when you do it like that, so you can't. What we can do is put a cash register instead. Oh, what if we had like a food display case? This one's a little bit more modern looking, but perhaps that could help with it looking more like a restaurant. They probably have some to-go stuff. I swear one of these menu signs has fish on it. Wait, I know what it is. It's dine out. It's just a fish wall thing. Like, it's literally just fish. I mean, maybe they have veggie stuff too, so we could do like a mixture of the fish and the veggie one. We can put this thing on display. Maybe we could put this outside, so you check in front of the business. Nah, I don't like that. Never mind. I'll just put the host stand like right next to the door though, so it's really easy for you to come in. And again, struggling with this so much because I want this to be kind of like a grab and go takeout sort of place, not a sit down restaurant, but that doesn't exist in The Sims. There's no such thing as a grab and go restaurant in this game. It's all sit down or nothing. It has to be a sit down restaurant or else you don't have a restaurant at all. Do you not slot on there? Does it have to be a 2 wide table? Of course it does. All right, never mind. I'm not gonna have a booth seating. Now we gotta find a table that, oh, the bar height tables could be kind of cool. Ooh, what if we did a mixture of the bar height tables? Does that count as a dining spot if I put it bar height? Yeah, it does. Okay, good. But we could have the bar height tables and maybe also a couple bigger tables that are wider. Okay, this is kind of tight back here, but I'm gonna keep it because I like it. These things have that horrible yellow color, so I might try that. I'm just gonna try and fit as many of these in here as we possibly can. You know what? I don't like the booth. I think the red is throwing it off. Maybe I won't use that. I'm gonna put like a little corner one right there. Maybe we get one more that has 4 seats on it. If we decided to get really brave, we could try and hide an extra one back there, but I don't think it's good over there. I think it's too close. I feel like that should be plenty of space for them to walk around in here. I want the base game little ketchup thing. Are you under the miscellaneous decorations? Oh yeah, condiment basket it's called. That's perfect. Ketchup, mustard, hot sauce, all the things you might need. Maybe I could get another table. Do you think I could fit one more of them right here? Listen, it's really tight, but I think that's what we want, right? We want it to feel really tight inside of the room. Here's a fish and chip shop. Could have just placed this and called it a day. Let's do like a broken down old billboard on the side of this. That's fish on the wall. These are some Finchwick wall pennants. We could put a couple of those. Okay, I think once we have some more wall colors brought in, okay, I think I'm gonna use this kind of like rundown life and death stucco again on the inside. Not everywhere, but on like some of the walls. I'd love to have a brick accent. I wonder if we could do a tile. Oh, I don't like that tile. Maybe we could get some columns on the corners places too. At least on these corners. I kind of wish that we had like that color reddish wood, mostly just because I want to put it directly behind it. I want it to look like this goes all the way up to the ceiling. That's the wrong color. There we go. Here's an idea. Ooh, scary. I think I want to get some spandrels in there, and then we just delete the underside of this. I like how it brings more wood, and I also like how it puts some separation in the place between the 2 rooms. Okay, also I understand that some of the tables are really close to the doors, but remember, these are like fake doors. They're not really fake doors. Your sim can use any of them, but we're like pretending they're fake doors. Okay, here's what I've got for the bathroom so far. Very simple rooms. Trash cans in each of them. I think I'm gonna go into debug because I think I might try and start putting fish on the walls. Like, doesn't a mounted fish feel like it belongs in here? Doesn't that just feel right? This is like a boat picture. I think that could work too. We could do 2 different sort of boat themed pictures. That one could be a map. Okay, I put some more fish on this wall. I'm thinking that I might try and put some shelving across the top of this because I kind of want to put clutter on it. Imagine like a little hanging plant, and maybe that's like some book storage. That could be good. A snow globe. I think that works out. Okay, so far I've got like some plates and some mugs. I think I'm gonna get another little plant. That would be nice. I'm also wondering about maybe some of the university decor because like we are in Brightchester, so it would make sense if they were fans of the local universities. Maybe they put up one of the pennants for each of the teams. Oh, the flags. Oh, I don't really know where to put those and have it make sense. But yeah, this building is right in the middle of both universities. So we don't want to look like we're playing favorites. We gotta have both. This bin kind of looks like it could belong inside of a business. So we'll put that right there. I'm kind of thinking about some of the little get to work signs. I wonder if any of those might be cute. Oh, you know what we should have is a fire extinguisher. Let's put that somewhere. Maybe like right inside of the kitchen. I'll put one in here too. Let's just grab grab some of these signs we might want to use. Exit sign, yeah, that would be good. I'm actually kind of obsessed with that. Something about the exit sign like blocking my doors, I'm fine with, because it looks more chaotic in here. Oh, here's one more little sign for this business. Okay, this is what I was talking about. I wanted this little guy. All of that work, I placed like 20 things that weren't the sign that I was looking for, but now I got it. See, there's a sale. It's Fish Friday. They have a discount or something. Oh, what if we put some of the Zoomers delivery bags in here? Because it's like for the pickup orders and they have them all in here. I think that actually kind of makes sense too. Because I was worried about it just being empty, but I feel like the pickup orders are the perfect thing. Okay, let's put 2 of these little waiter stands right here. That'll be helpful for gameplay. And then they can have the fire extinguisher easy access right there too. And then this part is the kitchen. I think I might get another one of the chef stations, but maybe like this one. I found that when I'm playing in restaurants, they tend to work a little bit better if they have extra chef stations. Because for my storyline, I kind of want this kitchen to be like really small, right? I guess it just seems a little bit more realistic to me for it to be kind of little in there because it's supposed to be this kind of old building. But also I would love for this place to function nicely. So if they have 2 chefs in here, that's a good thing. I wish that we could match this a little bit better. Maybe I could put the dishwasher because that would work. And maybe like a microwave. Maybe they offer kids meals, but it's just like a microwave thing that they have to cook real quick. Oh, you know what I might want to put in? I have to close it up, but I kind of want to put a supply closet. I'm gonna be honest, my intention is for that to be there so your Sims can woohoo in it. I realize that's disgusting. This is a kitchen, it's supposed to be food safe, but you know what? It has to happen. You know, I'm a little bit ashamed to admit that I kind of want to make it dirty. This is not meant to be an implication that fish and chip shops are dirty. It's just that this one might be. Because wouldn't that be kind of fun? If it were just like a little bit on the gross side, we could get some stains on the bathroom floor too. Not a ton of them, but just a couple things to make it feel a little bit more gross. Oh no, this is so moldy. It's really horrible. Oh, absolutely no shot this place is passing a health inspection. Let's get a trash can. That'll be useful. Maybe like some kind of plaque. Okay, they do have hand sanitizer next to the door, so people can like hopefully clean their hands a little bit. Okay, I put like a little chair right there because I like the idea of it being maybe a place for the employees to sit when they're on break because there's not really anywhere else to do something like that. And then upstairs, I'm honestly gonna let this just be one room. I'll paint all the walls the same color and then I might get rid of the lights because I want the upstairs to not be there. Like to me, the upstairs is purely decorative. It's honestly just there to look good from the outside. Okay, I put a couple stains on the hardwood too. Maybe there should be another one by this because this is an open door. I could see how there might be some water damage by the open door that's always open and can't close. All right, I think the inside is probably ready. I'm gonna start looking at the outside a little bit more. I'm just thinking I might wanna make this part a little bit taller. And that way all of the roofs are different heights, or at least they look all different. We could do like a wood color on one of them. And there could be like, oh, I don't know if the wood makes sense. I don't know. I've got a few different textures. Maybe we could just do them all gravel. Oh no, I don't like it. Let's have them be different. Let's also put some decorative stuff up here though, like maybe one of these on the roof. I like some of these little metal things. This one could make sense over here. Could do a flag on part of it. I'm not sure how that would look from down low, but oh no, that actually looks pretty good. I haven't moved this yet. I will, I just haven't done it yet. Kind of making sure we've got all different lights by every single one of the doors. I moved this sign up higher. I think I like it better up there. Show live edit objects. Okay, now is where the fun stuff happens. Now we gotta landscape it. I think there are some little things like gutters. We could put those in a couple of areas. I really am not like obsessed with how the back looks. So gutters and trees, gutters and trees. Oh, I hadn't really considered this. That could be interesting. I am also thinking about potentially trying to put something like this. My intention with that just being to have something to kind of like end the lot. Cause I don't like how it looks when the grass and the flooring just touch each other. Like I prefer there to be some kind of separation if I can. I hadn't really considered a bike rack. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind. That would be really nice. Well, let me put a couple of those down just so I can come back to it in case. Okay, here's the next major thing that I wanted to have. This is the tree cage. I'm gonna size it down. I'm actually gonna put like 3 of them. Maybe another one behind the lot, like back here somehow. Oh, can I clip that into the wall? You can tell, huh? Oh no, actually, no, you can't. Oh my God, it's like the perfect size. Yeah, let's have some fairy lights back here on the back patio. And I will change that floor color, don't worry. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I love having that. I wonder if we should put the bikes like, I don't know, off just to the side somehow. That's right in front of the crosswalk, which is kind of annoying, but I kind of like how they take up space over there. I think I'm gonna get my own landscaping here. We'll put it with kind of a gray fence that matches that. And we get some lavender looking flowers in there. These little get together ones might work nicely because they can just be in white. So I'll put that right there. I feel like one of these has got to have some kind of fishy sort of swatch. Oh, there we go. I don't like the llama. This one more looks like groceries, but there is a fish on it. So I'm gonna put that right next to where you check in. Do you think I can fit a dumpster over here? I know it's pretty tight, but I think that's okay. And then in the way back, we want to have this same flooring. I think I might try to put something like this in. I guess that kind of gives me a weird stopping point for this, but we could add some plants, kind of just fill it in. Might put some more of these out here too. I was kind of just thinking that we could put the trash cans inside of this thing, and it's right next to where all my Sims will sit outside to eat their dinner. Okay, so I've kind of laid it out like this. I might get another one of those little signs out here, and maybe some plants, because we have some of these cute like outdoor patio plants. That looks good to me. All right, well, the last build thing is for us to put all of the terrain paint down, and then the most fun part is that we get to pick out the menu. I love making the menus of restaurants in this game. It's like my actual favorite thing to do. Well, I'm gonna pick some kind of slightly more casual clothing. I'll just do presets though, like whatever kind of just works, and then we'll edit a custom menu. I want it to be a sort of small menu because they aren't gonna have a million things for sale at this place. Fried fish. That's not like a battered and fried fish, but I think that works. Maybe like a fish sandwich and popcorn shrimp. Oh no, fried fish plate. That's better. That's what we want. Fish and chips. Oh, perfect. Okay, sandwich, fish and chips, fried fish plate. If there's any kind of vegetarian thing, like maybe they have a veggie burger. Oh, and they have faux meat and chips too. Let's get rid of the burger then. So that's 5 things. So the thing is, sometimes they'll have sausage at these places. They might have chicken, they might have burgers, but it would be like a sausage and fries kind of situation as opposed to the fish. Like you'd pick that instead. At least that is my understanding. My cat doesn't know either. She's like, I've never been to one of these places. You know what? Let's put bangers and mash. Let's commit to the British thing. It's in the spirit of the restaurant. Like it makes sense that they would have something like that, right? They can have a hamburger, and then we can also put the veggie burger then. Maybe I'll get rid of the popcorn shrimp. So kind of what I'm thinking is you can get like a burger, a fish burger, fish and chips, classic, or you could get like fish without the chips. That's sort of what I'm picturing this is, with like alternative sides. And then this is just a sausage. So that feels like a realistic selection. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Here, look. This is the menu of this person's local fish and chip shop. Oh, one of the pies could be fun. I think I should stop. We don't want to have the menu be too long. I'm getting carried away. Okay, well, French fries, duh. As an appetizer. That place has jacket potatoes, like a baked potato. I'm looking at their like extras and sides. They also have peas and like gravy and stuff like that. And they sell salad boxes. So we could probably have a little salad that you could get as a side too. Should we put chips? We put like chips and French fries. I think that makes sense. Just 4 appetizers. For drinks, I feel like we should pick only canned stuff. Power Sip, Llama Berry. This is a lot. I'm putting more than I thought. I wish we had like onion rings or something along those lines, because that would be kind of cool. Okay, so they have water and like a collection of different sodas, canned sodas. In real life, they would probably have like name brand canned sodas, but in The Sims, we've got Power Sip, Llama Berry. And then for dessert, oh, here we go. I don't know what this place is, but do they have dessert? Look, canned drinks. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if a place like this didn't have dessert, but this one does. Jam, roly-poly, apple crumble, cornflake tart. Oh my gosh, they're fancy. I think we probably just want to get something that looks fried. A fried dessert is kind of the vibe. Maybe like a donut. Maybe they have donut holes. That could be good. They got cheesecakes though. I think cheesecake is too fancy for what I'm trying to make. Maybe they have like a fudge bar and it's like some kind of vague chocolatey thing. Because you know, sometimes places like this will like buy bulk dessert like from somebody else. They don't make it in-house, but they buy it and then they sell it. And it's like frozen things that they thaw or like somehow cook in-house. Oh, maybe they have a soft serve machine. So they have like vanilla ice cream and a chocolate ice cream cone. That works for me. That works for me. I think that makes sense. Oh, they have a baked potato on the mains menu. I'm gonna put a baked potato because it seems like they have jacket potatoes a lot of these places. Let me just see if there's anything else because I don't want to risk missing something. So I want to scroll through the whole list just in case, because maybe like a fish pie, because some of them had pies. I feel like that makes sense. I'm literally sending a screenshot of this to my husband and being like, okay, how do we do? We gotta consult a British man to see if we're doing okay, because I just know you're all gonna be in the comments like, Kayla, you forgot this thing, or like, I should have done this, I shouldn't have had this. All he said was, that looks good to me. That's not helpful. I think it's good. I'm gonna put it on the gallery. All right, Dan confirmed again that he wouldn't change anything. So therefore I'm uploading it. And if you don't like it, then actually it's his fault, not mine. I had fun building this. I'm glad that we did it. I really like building restaurants. I wish that they were a little bit more, I wish they were a little bit better in The Sims. I wish that they ran a little bit less bad. How about that? Because they're so fun to build. There's something about making a custom menu for a restaurant in The Sims that is just so fun to me. I love to like get this creative with it and like really imagine what they would serve here. They're so fun to build. But anyway, I think on that note, I am gonna wrap this video up right here. I'm posting this video on the day that Dan's cousin is getting married, and get this, Steph, like Steffo Sims, went to school with Dan's cousin. How just absolutely bizarre and random of a coincidence is that? That's one of those small world things, right? Where like, what are the chances? But today is the day of her wedding, so wish her well, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Today I filmed a bakery video and now this, and it's making me so hungry. I've been like sat here thinking about food in The Sims all day.